Crypto.XL, where we uncover the hidden gems of the crypto market. Are you ready to discover the next big thing in investing? Get ready to embark on an exhilarating journey with us as we hunt for small-cap coins with the potential to explode. Join us as we dive deep into the world of small-cap cryptocurrencies, exploring their untapped potential and uncovering opportunities for growth that could turn your investment into a fortune. Whether you're a seasoned investor looking for the next big winner or a newcomer eager to learn the ropes, Crypto.XL is your ultimate destination for insightful analysis, expert tips, and the latest trends in the small-cap crypto market. Remember, this is not financial advice. Only invest money you can afford to lose. Don't miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime. Hit that subscribe button and join us on this thrilling adventure to uncover small-cap gems that could skyrocket your portfolio to new heights. Let's make 50-100x gains together.
And we're live. Good day, guys. This is Crypto.XL, back today with more crypto updates and news. And as predicted, the Ethereum ETF has passed. Do it live! Crypto.XL. I don't want to say I told you so. So I'm not going to say I told you so. I mean, why would I do that? This is not financial advice. Let's get into it.
Bitcoin has passed the 100,000 US dollar mark for the first time.
Exactly. I would imagine many cryptocurrency investors are rejoicing right now because they say it has broken that psychological barrier, 100,000 US dollar mark that they were hoping to see to achieve a very not just a short time ago. And we know that Bitcoin has been surging for quite some time now, alongside with many other cryptocurrencies over the past month since the election of Donald Trump as US president. So what triggered this rally?
Who could have seen this
that Donald Trump said he would nominate Paul Atkins to run the Securities and Exchange Commission. So he is a former Security and Exchange Commissioner who has been involved in crypto policy as co-chair of the Token Alliance, which works to
what could be more bullish than
best
this?
practice for digital asset insurance and trading platforms, unquote, and the Chamber of Digital Commerce. So many people are viewing that Mr. Trump and some of his key backers, such as Elon Musk, are viewed as very pro-cryptocurrency, which has sparked this rally. And people think that, especially cryptocurrency investors, think that a Trump administration will create a more friendly regulatory environment for investors.
All right, we're doing it live. So basically, right, we mentioned last video, one of the videos before, that the Fibonacci level above us was approximately 102,000. Bitcoin has smashed through that, or it's going through that, and now we're retracing a little bit. So basically what I'm saying is, it turns out this Fibonacci stuff, that there's actually something to it. You know, if you look at resistance and support in key areas, we retrace to the Fibonacci numbers, right? We retraced here to approximately 69K, and then the next level was around 102,000. So we overshot it, and then we came back down. It looks like now we're at 101,000. But that's not really that important. The most important thing to remember is that we've gone through 100,000. And 100,000 is an important psychological number. And the fact that we've managed to break that barrier, it spells volumes to let you know what's to come. What I will say is that I've made many projections on this channel, and a lot of them have come through, and it's actually surprising to me, to be honest, because it's deadly accurate, like within the thousands. I was going to say within the 10,000, but I mean it's even like been within the thousands. So that's incredible. Time wise, number wise, and what I really hope to be true is the number of X's I have in my mind for the altcoins, that those numbers get hit, and those numbers get made, like we hit those thresholds. Because if we do, I mean, guys, this could seriously be life changing. Seriously, like this could really be a big deal. Now, throughout the cycle, I kept on hearing this time is different based on what Bitcoin was doing. For instance, when Bitcoin first hit 74K before the halving, which amazingly I predicted that as well, which is, again, this is crazy. I deal with laws of averages. I don't deal with emotions. And law of averages would say that we were not supposed to do that. But I believe that the momentum of the Bitcoin ETF will propel us through that, and actually did. We barely broke it, and then we retraced for 8 months. And now we were in this bull flag pattern, descending bull flag, and we broke out. And this we proceeded to have these huge green candles here, and we stopped out at the 1.618. That's where we currently are, approximately. Now, I said 102,000, and we're literally 101.8 thousand, like right there on the dot. So this is completely amazing, guys. And again, I just need to get, if my predictions are above 70%, that means that this bull run is going to be lucrative and is going to pay off. And so far, I mean, the accuracy is actually around 95%. I'm actually scared to say what the actual accuracy number is, because it puts pressure on me to keep those averages up. And I'm going to reiterate that I don't need to be 100% right on my calls. That's fine. As long as I'm above the threshold. The threshold really is above 60%. If you're a trader or an investor that has above 60% accuracy, you could outperform the market in general. So, and with this kind of accuracy, what's coming, I think is going to be shocking. It's going to be big. We're going to do bigly. We're going to do well. Congratulations to you for staying in the market. For those who've been with the channel since inception, and for a while, but for a while is just a year, right? If you have been with the channel and you've been watching these calls, and you've been managing your risk, and you've been taking responsibility for your investments, then congratulations to you. I do remember that crypto is risky. It's a very volatile, highly speculative investments. And if the market were to slip, like let's say there's a war, a rumor of war, something like that, we can crash back down to the 70s. It's possible. Do I think we're going to? No, I don't. I don't think we're going to, right? So barring any major black swan event, I do believe that, given the momentum behind us, the fact that we've broken the 100,000s, again, it puts us in a whole new ball game. And let me explain the significance of this. The significance of this is, now we're not just talking about Bitcoin going up 1,000 or 2,000. Once you break the psychological barrier of $100,000, that puts $200,000 on the table. And again, these numbers, to me, I gotta tell you, they just sound, they sound like a dream. They sound insane. They sound crazy. But taking my emotions out of it and just looking at it analytically, I do realize that when you have an asset and you break that $1,000 or $10,000, $100,000 threshold, that changes the perception of the asset. It puts it in a different class. And we're now currently at the level where we're going to be competing with gold. That's the level we're at with Bitcoin. And what that means is, if Bitcoin starts competing with gold, for market share, market dominance of investments as a preserver of wealth, then that means that the altcoins are going to be revalued also. And that also does mean, when I say altcoins, immediately we're thinking about Ethereum. And if you look at what Ethereum's been doing lately, Ethereum is acting like a normal altcoin lately. It's producing like 8% returns, right? It's pumping like a large cap. It's pumping like Cardano or like Matic or Render, like one of these normal altcoins. So what this means is, if Bitcoin continues to do what it's doing, and I don't see any reason why it won't, we're about to enter a paradigm where the countries are going to get into a crypto arms race, specifically a Bitcoin arms race, where just for insurance sake, a lot of these countries are going to make sure they have some Bitcoin on their balance sheet just for insurance in case Bitcoin ends up going to a ridiculous valuation number like $500,000 or some ridiculous, completely absurd number. I have numbers in my head, but I'm even scared to mention them on this channel because I guess we're too early to start talking about those kind of valuations, because to be honest with you, they do sound very moon boyish. And let's just say that shock and awe can happen, and it can happen overnight. So in other words, you can end up just staying in a certain range for a certain amount of time, and then within 2 days, you end up getting a 50% move. This is what I'm talking about now. There's been a paradigm shift where it's just a matter of time before we get a really, really big green candle. And I've been saying this for months now. I've said this 2 months ago that I would not want to be the individual that doesn't have any altcoins at this point in the market, because that would mean that we'd be chasing green candles, and that's how you get wrecked in crypto. But we still have time. We're in the fourth quarter of the Bitcoin bull market, which is the most volatile moment. Fourth quarter of the crypto bull market in general, which is the most volatile period, in which the altcoins pump the most because Bitcoin dominance starts to come down. Bitcoin dominance is currently 56.17. So this is on the monthly, and you can see that we've started to retrace, and we've broken a pattern. We've broken a trend, right? The trend was basically a diagonal line heading upwards. And if you look right at the moment of the break, we broke. So it's possible to retest this. And then after the retest, we continue to dump. That's most likely to happen, which would mean that we were expecting Bitcoin dominance to break in January of 2025. So if it starts to break 1 month earlier, it means that our projection was spot on, because we said anywhere in the range from fourth quarter of this year to first quarter of next year, early next year. So it looks like it's preemptively breaking by 20 days, 25 days or so. It's retesting and going back down. Institutions have front run the large cap altcoins. So coins like Cardano, Matic, Decentraland, Civic, XLM, a lot of these coins, they started to go up, and they started to pump really, really early. And the reason for that is this is institutional capital that started to pump them initially. So what I'm trying to say is that we still have room for upside. We have a tremendous room for upside. The institutions have front run the retail investors, because now retail investors are coming in. After these coins have done 400%, retail is coming in to get their share of the gains. Institutions normally front run retail in investments in general, and including crypto. So that is the reason why when you go on your exchange and you see coins that have been stagnant for 3 years, all of a sudden they're up 300%. It's because they were front run by the institutions. And these coins are going to continue to pump. I do believe the heights of the market is probably going to be Q4 of 2025. Should the 4-year cycle be intact and we follow it to the T. That all being said, the volatility is going to be tremendous especially as Bitcoin ascends past 100,000. The volatility is going to be completely insane. So you're going to see big green candles to the upside, and you're also going to see red coming down, right? But if you look at how we've been retracing this bull market so far, the biggest retracement was, I think, in the 30s or so. What I'm trying to say is that the retracements have not been as large as in the past. So this was okay. This was 31%, and this took months. So that was the biggest retracement we've seen in this bull so far. So the retracements so far have not been as bad as the prior cycles. As we continue to head up, should we get a huge green candle, like if you look at this candle right here, this is on a monthly, we have to remember. So this monthly candle, wow, that's a 50% pump, 45% pump in Bitcoin. If we continue to get candles like that, at that point, I do expect volatility as we start to head up here, start to head up towards the 140s, 150, 130, 40, 50, right up here. I do expect volatility because nothing's going to go up in a straight line. But you do have to be careful because we can get a straight pump up here really, really quick, and it could take us all off guard where we're not expecting a pump that large and that quickly and that in such a short period of time. At some point, we're going to get one of these huge green candles. And I have to tell you right now, it's going to change everything. It's going to change the outcome of this bull market. It's going to change our perspective as far as rate of return that we're expecting to get this year. It's going to change so much. It's going to change how crypto is viewed internationally as a reserve asset and as a store of value. Everything is going to change once we start getting those candles up here. And the altcoins, they can play around and they can go back and forth. But once we start heading up there, again, if you don't have any positions, this is not financial advice, I could say if I didn't have any positions in altcoins at all, I would be very, very concerned. Because as I mentioned, remember I was mentioning all of this stuff when we were a lot less pumped, when these coins were red. I was mentioning this months ago. We're going to get to a point where these coins are up 400+%, and coming in after this thing is pumped 10x, and then trying to buy then, it's just going to be very, very risky. You're coming in January 2025, February 2025, and you're like, I cannot believe this thing went up 1,000%. I like to make money too. Everyone's making money and I'm not making any. I want to make money too. And coming in and buying these things after they've pumped 10x, the amount of profit to be made at that point, it really does cut into your profit margin, right? So let's say after this thing is pumped 10x, the market surprises us and it pumps another 10x. Well, to the individuals who come in at that time, they're going to be experiencing volatility. And at the end of the year, yes, they might still get a 10x, which is great. But you do have to remember, those of us who are here now and those of us who were here before have received 100x, if you get my drift, because 10x times 10x is 100x. And I don't know exactly what's going to pump 100x and which coin and et cetera, et cetera. I can only take strategic bets. But what I will say is that the likelihood of making a tremendous amount of profit and probably life-changing profit, the possibility is actually really, really high at this point because everything has been playing out to the T. Every single thing, right? I will say that if I were you, I would definitely pay attention at this point to the market, and I would watch reputable individuals that have a proven track record of success. And it's okay if the individuals have different opinions also, right? But I would definitely be paying attention at this point because we are in the 9th inning and everything's on the line right now. And what I think is going to happen, it's been playing out to the T. And you definitely want to make sure you're paying attention at this point so you don't make any goofy mistakes. You literally just need to hold your position. That's really it. Hold it until the tops. That's literally it, right? Make sure you take responsibility for your decisions and not me, right? You have to take responsibility for your decisions because the crypto market's very volatile, it's high risk, and anything can happen at any moment. And that's why there's a possibility of these outsized returns. Now, if you look at the Bitcoin search term volume, you'll see that we've actually started to head down a little bit. We've just peaked out. A little while ago. It won't let me get on the exact date. Here we are from November 10th to the 16th, and now we're heading back down. So to be clear, as price is rising, the interest is not. The interest is declining slightly, which I find interesting. Now, if we were heading into a bear, I'd be concerned about that. But the bear is not scheduled until 2026. The fact that interest is going down while price has risen actually tells me that there's a possibility that we go way higher. Why? Because the kind of money that's pushing Bitcoin to these price levels, I don't believe this is just retail. I believe this is mostly institutional, country, corporations, pretty much the people that have most of the money in the world. So they're pushing the price to this. And if they see that the interest, they're probably watching charts like this. They probably all have different analysts, and they're seeing that the interest is still not all the way up to 80, and so we could pump it some more. And what's happening is that they're going to pump it to the point when interest starts picking up. But once the price continues to get pumped, other countries are going to be competing for Bitcoin because it means that everyone around the world is paying attention to this, right? As far as the movers and shakers. Maybe not all of retail at this point, but the movers and shakers, the people that control countries, the people that control corporations, control the money supply and the laws, they're paying attention to this. So they're going to be competing with other countries, other move makers and shakers. And they're going to be like, let me secure my Bitcoin as a means of having insurance. Because if you're playing hot potato, you don't want to be the one without a chair. Or if you're playing musical chairs, you don't want to be the one without a chair when the music stops. So now they're all going to be competing for this asset. And then that is where you have the possibility of prices skyrocketing for Bitcoin. It's already quite high, but you have the possibility of skyrocketing prices. Another thing I'm going to say too, the full effects of quantitative easing has not been felt. The money supply has been increasing around the world, the M2 money supply, but we're nowhere near to where it's going to be at the top, which means that we have a lot more time for the acceleration of prices in Bitcoin. And once Bitcoin's price continues to accelerate, you've been seeing what's been happening to the large cap altcoins on your exchanges. They've gone up 300%, 400%. Dead coins like XLM that no one pays attention to, 500% in a month, in a very short period of time. So what this means is that it's a matter of time before these billions and hundreds of billions of dollars spill over into or small cap altcoins. And that is when we start to make life-changing gains. Mint layer is up 46%, Patreon gem in one day. Elixir up 41% in one day. Deep Book Protocol 30%. And the list goes on and on. Sui, by the way, is at $4.38. Interesting. So we literally should have another year of what we're looking at right now. And if we have another year of this, where the major portion of Bitcoin dominance has not capitulated yet, this can literally be life-changing gains. So last time Bitcoin dominance did this. So let me take a percentage from the top to the bottom here. 45% drop. If we were to have, let's say it falls to this line right here, actually, that's about 40. So that's about a 16% drop just to support. No, from top to bottom, that's 36% drop. But from where we are right now, that is a 30% drop. So this small move that we've had from Bitcoin dominance falling 8%. Bitcoin dominance fell 8%, and large cap multi-billion dollar altcoins have gone up 500%. So if it were to fall 30%, guys, what we are on the precipice of some life-changing gains. This is what is about to happen. And unfortunately, most people are going to invest once the majority of the gains, you see these big red candles, once this happens, that's when most people are going to come in. So you're already here. So you're here before this, right? You are here before, the next 30%. And all I can say is make sure that you have a plan and a strategy for how you handle yourself here. It's actually worth developing a plan and strategy. How are you going to invest? How are you going to take out capital? Are you KYC'd in multiple exchanges? Does your bank accept crypto? Do you need a crypto debit card? Are your passphrases all saved and secured in locations if you need a safe, or you have a safe place to put it where you're the only one who has access to this? Did you write down your seed phrase? You need to make sure all of this stuff is the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, because this is it right here, right? And there's no one that's coming to save you. There's no one that's going to come and tell you what to do and how to handle yourself. You really have to take responsibility right now. You can watch me as a way to learn and to piggyback from me and to develop your own thesis and your own plan. But if you really want to make it within this crypto bull cycle and investing in general, you have to make sure you take full responsibility, because it's about to get real. Okay, Google Trends confirms there's an altcoin craze. And it says, while Bitcoin holds firm, Bitcoin is actually above 100K. That's how quickly things are changing in this market. It's ridiculous. And people are looking up altcoins now, but we're not at the height of the trend. We're getting there, but we're not at the height of the trend. So we still have more time. And the Patreon gems are completely killing it. We're printing in the Patreon, and in the Patreon, I set up buy alerts so you can see when I'm buying. You can also see when I'm selling. And I've been acquiring a lot of these altcoins at rock bottom prices, and they're performing incredible, as you can see here. I mean, look at GMRX is up 154%. DexCheck is up 94%. DexCheck is going to outperform, I believe, especially at the heights of the market. So I'm already positioned, and this is the beauty. You literally don't have to do anything, guys. You could just make sure you have your position and build up your position and chill. You don't need to trade. You don't need to sell and buy back, and so you don't need to do any of that, because at the end of the day, when you do that, you're just going to lose money, right? Because you're going to be out of the market when Bitcoin goes to like 150K or some ridiculous number. You're not going to be in the market. You're not going to have your position, because it's designed for you to get wrecked. Trading is designed to make sure you get wrecked. You're not going to beat the traders. Only about like 5% of the traders make money. Everybody else is just giving their money to the traders. So stop trying to trade. You're not a trader. If you want to learn the skill of trading, which I believe is extremely valuable and everyone should have it, then you do that with 1% of your portfolio, and use the 1% as tuition. Think of it as tuition. You're paying money to learn. Look at it that way. Do not expect to make a significant portion of your portfolio trading, because let's be honest, has it worked? Probably not, right? Okay, so yes, DexCheck is going to completely outperform. A lot of these altcoins are up bigly, and we're going to continue that trend. Do remember to check out the Patreon, because I'm giving free alpha and I'm giving gems, and to me the Patreon pays for itself, especially in a market like this. The calls have been spot on, and we're patient. because we're expecting our bags to go completely insane. And when they do go completely insane, no one's going to have those coins. But they're going to go insane because everyone's going to try to get them, but we already have them, okay? So we just have to be patient. We've seen large caps perform quite well. I keep mentioning ADA and a few other of these coins. We've seen how well they've performed. But think what happens once the hundreds of billions of dollars start flowing into our $20 million altcoin. Guys, the writing's on the wall, okay? One of those coins is MX Games. If you look at the graphics and the development of this team and the quality of their work, you'll see that this is the next big thing. We've been getting in on very low prices, rock bottom. So I think that this has the potential to blow up like a Gala Games. And currently it's very, very tiny. It has a small market cap. And we're looking at that can't be, wow. This is not even $1 million, guys. But I will say the fully diluted, the fully diluted market cap is $38 million. Okay, so we have a lot of dilution coming, but I will say this again, and you should remember this. In a Bitcoin bull market, when Bitcoin is above $100,000, crypto moves really, really fast, especially small cap altcoins. Now, we're going to get to a point next year when the market cap of, yes, we're going to get to the point next year when the market cap of every altcoin is going to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars, right? It's not going to be this. So as a means of insurance, it's good to get, a coin like this that has a solid team, that's on multiple exchanges when it's not even $1 million market cap. So, and again, this is on Avalanche, but before it hits multiple exchanges. When it hits multiple exchanges, this is not going to be the market cap. Now, with a market cap of under $1 million, this is high risk. So it's possible that, the project goes to zero. Do I think that this is going to go to zero? I do not. If I did, I wouldn't have invested in it. But do manage your risk. Don't put your rent money and your car note in there. That's never wise. Only put in what you can afford to lose. But Xseed right now is one of my picks. Is MXX Games. And you can see from the website the quality of the games they have here. They have a character. This kind of looks like Sub-Zero or Scorpion, right? This looks like Need for Speed over here. I haven't actually played their games, but what I can tell you from an investor's standpoint, if I come here and I see this looks like a modern AAA kind of game. This looks like modern gaming in general. This kind of looks like Super Nintendo, right? But I get in at the bottom and I just ride it to the top, right? So it doesn't really matter all of these details. Is it going to compete with Call of Duty? And no, it's not. But is it going to garner attention? And is it going to garner hype when Bitcoin's above 100K? Yeah, it is. So I'm going to get in when it's $300,000 market cap, and I'll just chill out. That way I don't need to invest that much, and that way I don't need to stress myself. But congratulations to you and congratulations to the Patreon. We're riding this bull market correctly, and we are going to ride it to the top. So this has been Crypto.XL, and I'll see you up there. Peace.
Welcome to Crypto.XL, where we uncover the hidden gems of the crypto market. Are you ready to discover the next big thing in investing? Get ready to embark on an exhilarating journey with us as we hunt for small cap coins with the potential to explode. Join us as we dive deep into the world of small cap cryptocurrencies, exploring their untapped potential and uncovering opportunities for growth that could turn your investment into a fortune. Whether you're a seasoned investor looking for the next big winner or a newcomer eager to learn the ropes, Crypto.XL is your ultimate destination for insightful analysis, expert tips, and the latest trends in the small cap crypto market. Remember, this is not financial advice. Only invest money you can afford to lose. Don't miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime. Hit that subscribe button and join us on this thrilling adventure to uncover small cap gems that could skyrocket your portfolio to new heights. Let's make 50-100x gains together.
And we're live. Good day, guys. This is Crypto.XL, back today with more crypto updates and news. And as predicted, the Ethereum ETF has passed